Coming up on episode 3 with On Air with Bear. He's back. We're hoping that he's back this week also against Port Adelaide. If they get a win, then they'll be into their very first final series in the club's history. We go through a few topics in the AFL and also we talk about this week's big game. All right, so make sure you tune in, like, subscribe. On Air with Bear, episode 3. Let's go. All right, we're back for episode 3 of On Air with Bear, powered by StatMate, of course. Now, it's telling us you are fresh off 14 burrito bowls from Zambreros as you didn't play on the weekend. Bear, thanks for joining us as always.
No, happy to be back for week 3.
So the internet is saying, we're looking out, we're across Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They're saying no Bear, no Suns. So you didn't play on the weekend. The boys had a bad one. Not the result the boys were hoping for, obviously, on the weekend.
No, it definitely wasn't. It was definitely hard watching from up in the crowd, as you said. I had a couple burritos from Zambreros, had to wait in the line. So I watched most of the first half from the Zambreros line. But, yeah, it was a hard watch, and the boys will be hoping to turn that one around this week.
So after the game, I saw a thing with Took. He said the boys were a bit flat. It just looked like the boys were full from having breakfast 20 minutes before the bounce. It looked like the 12:35 start crept up on the boys. How did you find the preparation? I know you didn't play, but did it seem like it was starting so early compared to normal?
Oh, yeah. Well, 12:30 is pretty outrageous. But, I think the boys would have just been digesting their breakfast. But, the boys were a bit flat throughout the whole game. And, we've got some things to work on. But, it wasn't a very good game from us boys.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I think we said last week, it was just like one of those crazy records. Like I think they were 14-1, potentially 15-1 now. What does a game look like for you when you're not playing? Like, what does a game day look like? Are you expected to go into the rooms or still go into the huddles? Like, what does it look like for you?
I did all my because I'm not playing. I just did all my stuff that I had to do in the morning, either running or physio and stuff. And then, just head over to the ground and watch. We're not allowed to be on the ground or anything like that unless you've been given a direct job by the coaching staff or something like that. But so I just sat up in the crowd and, watched it sort of pretty much by myself. Didn't want to talk to anyone. I was more nervous watching than I have been for playing any game this year. So, I didn't really want to talk, and then, and then at the end of the game, I obviously went in the rooms and got around the boys. Obviously, not a great one, but it's pretty interesting. It's weird, but you just try and stay away and try not to talk to too many people.
Yeah, I was going to say, so a few years ago, I think when Matty Rao was injured, he did his shoulder. He was, I guess because it was a long-term injury, he got to sort of help out with the coaching. Is that something you guys are allowed to put your hand up and do, or do the coaches pretty much just say, hey, we just want you to sit up in the stands, or can you sort of put your hand up and try and help out as much as possible?
I think if you asked, they'd be pretty keen. Obviously, Rowley's a big part of the club, and he was at the time when he was injured and number 1 pick, and he's probably leading the Brownlow after 3 rounds. So I think they were going to let him do anything. But I don't know. If it was a long-term injury, maybe I'd put my hand up to do something, but. A week off won't hurt, and just sit in the crowd and step away and have a watch. But it wasn't one that I wanted to watch, that's for sure.
I'm telling you, you'd rather take sitting in the stands. If you played a local level, didn't matter how injured you would, they'll make you go run out and do water or do the boundary. So I actually wouldn't mind sitting up in the stands. I just want to know, after the game, I guess we're coming towards a pointy end of the year, what was said? Was it a little bit more of, hey, let's move on for the next 2 weeks, or was there a little bit of a bake from Dimmer?
I wasn't in the rooms, obviously, for the in the team meeting after the game, but I think he was a bit disappointed. Obviously, we didn't produce the footy that we wanted to, but so I think the boys got a little bit of a bake. But then yesterday's meeting on Monday, we sort of focused on the next shift, and we've got Port Adelaide, and that's going to be another big game. Adelaide Oval, Ken Hinkley and Travis Boak's last game, so. Pretty sure a lot of the Port Adelaide fans will get there, and it'll probably be one of the bigger games this year that we've played in, crowd-wise. So, just trying to focus on that because, we win these next 2 games, we're sitting in a pretty good spot.
100%. How laid back is Dimmer in a way? You look at Oz, it's found so funny. Look at Kingsley go out and all the GWS coaches, and they're all got their slacks on and their proper shoes. And Dimmer's just got the Nike SBs. He's got the Pandas on. I think he wears them every game. Is he just super laid back like that? And It just sort of shows, I guess, the culture of your club. Like, he doesn't want to be too buttoned up, but I just found that so funny, just how he just sort of wears whatever he wants.
Yeah, there's actually a good little story behind that. Obviously, we're sponsored by New Balance, so they're New Balances, but they're pretty much Pandas. And every game for like the first 5 weeks, when he started wearing them, he wore slacks and stuff at the start. And then, I don't think he's a massive fan of wearing the New Balance skate shoes, pretty much. So every time he would do his little pre-game ritual where he'd walk out in the field and I'd be warming up and I'd be asking him how his kickflip was on the way into the game. And he'd been at the skate park for a little session before he got to the game. And when he was a bit serious, I thought he didn't want a bar of it. But he laughed. And I don't think he likes the skate shoes too much.
It's so good. Yeah, I just couldn't believe you look at all the other coaches, like they're all like fully buttoned up, and he just looks so laid back in that regard. Now, I wanna ask you about, it was all over the socials. Talk us about the new purchase. You got some new wheels on the weekend. Talk us behind what made you get it.
Yeah, I've always wanted like a Sunday car, like just a little cruise around car with sort of a bit old school. And I bought a 1955 Jeep. And I just got it registered today, actually. So she's on the road and she's ready to go.
So is it going to be a thing? Are we going to see you rock up to home games in it in the future? Or is it just simply just going to be a little Sunday stroll?
Nah, I'll rock up to games in it. It doesn't go very fast, so I'll have to leave probably a couple of hours before the game, before the arrival time. But she's lucky to clock 60 kilometres an hour. So I'm pretty keen to get it to game days and stuff, but it's just more like a nice weathered day and driving to cafes and the beach and stuff.
So good. You probably have to keep 2 jerry cans with you. We'll probably go through 3 tanks of fuel on the way to trying to get there. So we'll quickly move on from last week. Obviously, that's in the books. We don't really want to touch it around that anymore. So let's go around the grounds. Let's talk about some stuff that's happening in the AFL. Snoop Dogg in the grand final, yes or no?
I'm backing that, yes.
You are?
Yeah.
If you were to have any 3 artists, let's just go one. If you were to have any artist of your choice to play grand final, who would it be?
Oh.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
Country music's probably... I'm a country music guy, so like it'd be a bit boring for grand final week, like grand final day. Maybe Pitbull. Has Pitbull done that before?
No, I think he's coming out to Australia, but I'm not sure if he's doing it, but Pitbull would be awesome. He's got some bangers.
Or Kendrick Lamar. That would be pretty cool.
Kendrick Lamar. All right. So we'll take him. Jez Cameron didn't kick any goals on the weekend. Do you think he can still get to 100?
Who do they play? The Tigers this week?
Yes. So I've been piggybacking off Morgs here. He thinks, because we got the Jez Cameron leaderboard. Went down to Geelong the other week. We've been marking it off.
Yeah.
And Morgs thinks he has to kick 8 this week, and then he's potentially got 3 finals.
Yeah, I'll probably back that. I reckon 7 or 8, and he'll get the job done if he kicks 7 or 8 this week.
More importantly, will you get to 30?
No, hopefully. Got to kick it. I don't have to kick 20, but I'm hoping that I kick 30 goals this year.
That would be a huge effort coming towards the back end of the year. So do you guys do fines or do you guys roll the dice? I'm not sure if anyone does it. Like, for anyone that doesn't know that's listening, roll the dice. I'm assuming most people listen to a footy club. Like, you might have 6 punishments. You do something. Might be shave your head. If you don't do it, you got to pay $50 in the kitty. Might be like a topless selfie. Do you guys have fines at Gold Coast?
Yeah, we have fines. Ned Moyle and Matt Rao, they run it. It's pretty funny. We do it every now and then. We just try and accumulate as much money as possible for the end of season party. We sort of just go through all the funny things that happen in the month or whatever, or whenever we do it, and then we do a spin the wheel. And then it's got like the likes of just a budgie picture on your story for 24 hours, shave your head, you got to eat lunch by yourself and stuff like that. Or you got to go out and wash a car in the mascot out the front and stuff like that. Or you got to go shopping in your full Suns game playing kit. So there's some interesting ones, and I hope I don't get on that end of it.
Is there anyone that just they fine them every single week? Like, we had some guys for our footy club, like no matter what, like if we didn't have much, so Morgs would usually run it back at Parkdale, and anyone that had 2 first names like would get stung. Even chuck some people in there that didn't have 2 first names. Is there anyone that just gets fined every week for the same thing?
It's me, Jed Walter, Will Graham, and Connor Butterick because we've all got fake veneers, so we always
Nice.
get chompers. So that's all. Every time we just get fined for that.
Is it $2 or are we going a little bit more?
Nah, I think most of it's all like $10, $5-10. Like, yeah, depends on how bad it is, I guess.
I was going to say, you guys are making a bit of extra cash. I hope it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Wanted to go through. So Nas just signed for $2 million. How long until your contract's up?
I'm signed till 2028, so I've got a while. But yeah, hopefully after that, I'll be a good enough player to earn something like that.
Taylor, it must be like so many of the boys must be buzzing at the moment. Like, I guess in the AFL, like what a time it is. Like, I guess if you are on the move or about to re-sign, like with the clubs getting all these extra money, like obviously Mac Andrews just got paid as well last year. We're just in a hypothetical. Let's say Nas got signed for 2 and then potentially Tom De Koning signed for 1.7. So that's almost close to 4 million in I think a cap that's close to 9 million. Internally at an AFL club, do players talk about contracts with each other or do they get shitty or does it sort of just get, hey, you get signed what you get signed for and then we just get on with business?
Oh, I think a lot of people just turn it into jokes. But yeah, the contract talk's not like the money side of everything's not talked about. It's more like the years and then, yeah, every now and then we joke about, oh, you're taking half the salary and stuff like that. But it's not, yeah, it's no actual money specific stuff gets talked about. It's none of anyone else's business, I guess. And yeah, we're just happy to keep people at our club. And yeah, we're lucky now that we're sort of a club that people want to come to and people want to stay at. So we don't have to worry about people leaving too much.
Did you guys make Mac take you out for a massive dinner or anything once he signed?
No, I'll give Mac a lot of credit. He shouts a lot. And yeah, it probably doesn't get it given back to him as much as he'd like, but no, he shouts a lot looks after the young lads a lot.
That's good. Everyone's waiting for their next contract. That's why.
Yeah.
Harry Sheasel, 54-2 on the weekend. Does it even compute how that's possible in an AFL game?
He had my record disposals, I think, at halftime. So, yeah, I don't understand how you can get 54 touches of the pill. I'm lucky to have 12 a game. So, no, good on him. That's impressive. And, yeah, that game will go down as one of the best I've seen, I reckon.
So we sort of put out to our followers, what are the biggest days? We've had some, I think a lot of people that sent theirs in were talking shit. What's the biggest day you've ever had? Could be juniors coming up.
Oh, I kicked 13 in juniors. And then I reckon my one at Gippsland Power in my draft year, I had 31 and 4 goals, 5.
Do you say that was the draft year?
Yeah, that was in my draft year against Northern Knights. Come back from my meniscus the first week back that I came back. Yeah, I had 31 and 4 goals, 5. I wish I had kicked 8 or something. That would have been nice.
That is a fucking day out. That is a fucking day. I'm sure that, like, I'd love to know what the biggest days for, like, guys in AFL are. I'm sure some have kicked, like 20 plus.
Yeah, like steel side bottom in the NAB League Grand Final, kicking 10 and stuff like that's crazy. Especially
That's
in
unbelievable.
that game.
Especially that, apparently he's going to go, like, outside, well, maybe, like, 20 to 30, and then he sprung up to be pretty much top 10 from that.
Yeah.
Or close
those
to.
highlights, if you go back and watch those, I recommend anyone watching those. Those highlights are crazy.
It's crazy that he's still watching. Are you an NBA fan?
Oh, bits and pieces.
So we were chatting between us boys. What are your thoughts on, I'm not sure if you've heard about, so the AFL potentially doing an NBA draft style lottery for the draft. So rather than if you finish on bottom, you get pick 1. So let's say you finish bottom, you get, say, the bottom 10 teams, you get 10 balls in the lottery. If you finish 17th, you get 9. So even if you finish 9th on the ladder, you still get 1 ball in the lottery. Do you reckon that's something that the AFL should bring in to make a little bit more excitement, or you're happy with how it is, like the bottom just gets the best player? Or would you not mind seeing a lottery going forward?
I wouldn't mind seeing a lottery. That'd be pretty cool. It changes things up. I think I like that. But yeah, that'd be actually pretty cool. I'll back that in.
Because like if you had like Dallas, I can't remember how many they had in. So they lost Luka, and then they only had like a 2% chance on getting the number 1 pick, and the ball came out. Then they got Cooper Flag. So there's a team that got to rebuild real quick. I feel that'd be something like, you look like St Kilda are banging for like another midfield. I know they just got Nas. Can you imagine if they just strike out and got the number 1 pick? Like, it'd be pretty exciting.
It would be very exciting. That'd be very good. Yeah, I think a lot of people would like that and tune into that.
And what are your thoughts on mid-season trading?
Yeah, I like the idea of mid-season trading. I reckon that'd be pretty cool. It'd obviously be hard. Like, Oh, I guess like NBA, you earn so much money, so you can sort of just move your whole life at once. But yeah, I guess trying to move your family and stuff straight away would be difficult. But it'd be pretty interesting to see how it all went if you did a mid-season trading.
Well, thinking it's like if you had Ben King go down and the Blues are going to finish near bottom, and then you just trade up, you take Charlie off the hands, we get a first round pick back. Yeah, like you still get a good finals tilt, but then we potentially get to rebuild longer. And then you guys have to figure out the contract later. It'd be awesome, but can you imagine if you got told like tomorrow that you're off to Perth and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, that'd be no good.
Too much traveling. Now, Bailey, do you mind if we do an old segment powered by StatMate? It's another game of Guess Who.
Go on.
So I've had you on toast the last 2 weeks. So I've kicked 8 goals in my last 5 games. I'm 100% in my last 5 games against Port Adelaide for 15 touches. And I'm 100% in my last 5 games against Port Adelaide for 1 goal. Who am I?
Can I ask for a hint? Has he played all year this year?
Yes.
Ben Ainsworth.
Yes, it is. Benny Ainsworth, 2-1. You're back on the winners list. So tell us about the great man. So he had his best season in 2022 where he kicked 25 goals. He's currently on 20 for the year. Can you tell us what the big fella's like around the club?
Oh, Benny's another Gippsland boy. So, yeah, me and him get along pretty well. But yeah, he's one of the most selfless players, and he just plays his role. And yeah, he's a player that you can rely on to get the job done. And I think, yeah, this year he's probably hasn't had his best year, but he's done a lot of team things that we reward inside the club. And yeah, he gets a lot of reward inside the 4 walls. And yeah, he's starting to get the lick of the ice cream. But yeah, he's running some selfless patterns that probably don't get recognised outside of the club. But yeah, they definitely do inside the 4 walls.
And you say he's a bit of a shit talker as well?
Yeah, he loves it.
Does he talk shit at training all the time as well? Is he one of those boys?
Nah, he's not like that. He's just become a dad, actually. So I think he'll calm down a bit. But on the field, he loves it. Loves every bit of it.
Oh, you can tell when he gets out there. He definitely plays his heart on his sleeve. So let's have a talk about this week. So I went back and checked. I'm almost 100% certain that you boys haven't had a win at Adelaide Oval. Now, there potentially could be a chance if you guys continue to go through that you might have to come up across Adelaide in a prelim. How important is it to you guys? I guess you want to try and get the monkey off the back and just get a win at the stadium before coming through.
Yeah, well, as I said earlier, it's going to be a tough game. Like, it's going to be very hostile. The crowd's probably going to be the loudest we've had all year. So, yeah, it'd be nice to get a win over there before we play Adelaide, or if we do play Adelaide in a final over there. And yeah, they're both hard games. And as you said, winning at Adelaide's obviously hard. We haven't done it yet, but yeah, it'd be nice to get one over Port on the weekend and then head into the final series knowing we've won there. But yeah.
As you said, a bit of a hostile crowd. We've been together in the last couple of years, and you've got your Adelaide fans, and then you got your Port Adelaide fans. It's like St Kilda fans, and then like Collingwood fans. So it's Ken's last game for the Power. You'd expect them just to come out all guns blazing. Like, this is their grand final. So are you playing this week? Do you know?
Yeah, I'll see how I go tomorrow at main training. If I get through, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. Boki and Ken's last game, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty rowdy.
Yeah, if you can imagine the crowd. Like, I know they had 54,000 there on the weekend for the Collingwood game. You think for Ken, they're going to show out, which is awesome for you guys. Like, your final starts now, essentially, doesn't it?
Oh, we've always wanted to, as a club, we've always wanted to play in primetime games. So Friday night in front of 50,000, hopefully. Obviously not a massive crowd compared to like Collingwood games and stuff like that, but yeah, it'll be our biggest crowd, I reckon, for the year, and just heading into finals, so it'll be good to get the hostile vibe of crowd, and because it's going to be like that in finals no matter who we play.
Especially be good. I'm almost certain you guys win this week. You're definitely playing final. You chalk it up. So I'm sure you'd want to get this one done. You don't have to worry about Essendon the following week on the Wednesday. Now, thanks to StatMate, I went through and you can do a bit of a scouting report. So Matt Rowell is averaging 29.8 touches in his last 5 games, but he's averaging just 19.4 in his last 5 games against Port. Do you think there's going to be any tag treatment from Butters and Rosie? We heard on the coverage last week that apparently, I think Lynchy went past the GWS rooms and you had Matt Rao on the board circle. Do you reckon that there's going to be a little bit of that, or you reckon it's just going to be free flowing the whole time?
Oh, I reckon Port will just go for it. I reckon they're just going to play footy and try and get it done for Boki and Ken. But you couldn't blame them if they try and tag Rowley or Noah. Their form this year's been unbelievable. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, you know someone that does love playing against Port? That is you. You average 12 touches and a goal and a half a game. If you're out there, how excited are you to play against Port Adelaide? Is there a bunny in the side that you like playing on?
I
won't make you call anyone out.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. I haven't played against them this year, so can't really remember who I played on last time. But yeah, 12 touches is nothing to Rowley's 29.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, mate, it's all right. You're playing forward of the ball. Might play a little bit deeper. So last week I asked you, who do you have ahead in the Brownlow? So I'm going to ask you every week, Anderson or Rao. You had Anderson. Are you going to still take him?
I'm still taking Anderson, but Rowley probably would have got the votes on the weekend. I reckon GWS boys probably would have got all the votes. But if there was to be a Suns player get votes, it would have been him or Witsy, I reckon. Rowley or Witsy.
Now, did you happen to ask him, do you know what his top 3 favourite grasses are yet?
Oh, I forgot to ask him. I'll get that done tomorrow for you when I see him.
Ask him. Yeah, we really want to know what the best 3 cooches are in the AFL. We want to go through the Rising Star. It's been up for debate. We've had so many people asking us. So you got Dan Curtin that's had a big back half of the year. Murphy Reed, he's had some massive moments. And Levi's probably been the most consistent. Who would be your pick at the moment as it stands for the Rising Star, you reckon?
It doesn't feel fair that Curtin's in it, to be honest. Like the way he plays, you feel like he's played 100 games already. He's a big body and good at both aerial and ground. So I feel like it. I think Levi should win it. Most consistent all year. Reed's done a heap of good things, obviously. So what's that stat that he had with Cyril? That's pretty outrageous. So
20 goals and 30 score assists or something.
Or something like that. Yeah. So like that's unbelievable for a first year player. But I really like Harvey Langford. He probably won't win it, but I really like Harvey Langford. I reckon he's going to be a good player in the future.
I know Jev's high on him. We kept talking about when he was like his first game. I know when they look back at the tape when he was playing his first game in the AFL and they look so little, he genuinely looks like a man, Harvey Langford. Like you can just see him being like that big bull size for the next 15 years if he gets through that long of a career.
Yeah, 100%. His body's just made for it pretty much. So when we played against him, he played pretty well in both games. So yeah, I really highly rate him. But I reckon Levi should win it. But yeah, they're all 3 of them. Dan Curtin as well. They're all very good players.
Now it looks like there's pretty much obviously your game's important. You guys want to win that, tick the box, and then obviously come into your first finals campaign. But it's looking like that there is one big game this week, and that's Freo and the Western Bulldogs. Winner plays finals. Who do you think wins?
I reckon the Dogs get it done. I reckon. Wait, where is it?
Yeah, it's at Marvel. So Marvel 320.
Yeah, I reckon the Dogs get that done. If it was in Perth, maybe the other way around. But I reckon the Bont leads them to the win.
Do you want to tell us just quickly on both of the sides, I guess, what are the biggest things you look out for? Like, I guess when you go in the midfield, like, what's it like playing against the Dogs? I know because you played them up in the territory this year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Who are some of the obviously main key players and what makes them so good, like in their midfield, like Libba, Richards and Bont?
Yeah, the Bont didn't play against us, I don't think. But Libba's just a dog. He just loves it. He loves both defending and then attacking. But I reckon Ed Richards has been the hard one. Sam Darcy didn't play against us either. So, the unicorn or whatever they're calling him at the moment. He's going to be very hard to stop for the next 10 years. So he's a big worry. But I'd say Ed Richards was the one for us that we sort of had to nullify his impact and stuff like that because he's good going forward and gets on the scoreboard.
And who do you reckon is the number one player? I guess if you're going to try and stop someone, you guys had a cracking game against Freo. who are some players that I guess you really try and look out for? Maybe apart from the obvious in like Sarong and Brayshaw, is there anyone else in the side that it's just a real tough one to match up on? Obviously, Hayden Young's pretty much been out for most of the year, and I guess he's a bit of a wild card. But is there anyone else, like, I guess in that side you've come up against, you're like, fuck, he's actually such a good player?
I think Paddy Voss kicked 5 against us. So, yeah, he had his chest puffed out in the strut early on in the game, so he was pretty tough that game. But I'm just trying to think. They've got some very good key forwards that are very tough, like Amos is young, or however you say it, Amiss,
Yep.
or
Big Tracy.
Tracy as well, yeah. So, and then Wagner, he had a cracking game against us. He was probably best on ground, I reckon, when we played them. So, yeah, they've got some good all round players. But I reckon my favourite from Freo is Hayden Young.
Yeah, he's a good player. It's just so shattered. We always talk about it. It's like you just want all the best players to be out there and to actually finally get through the back end of the season. As I said, mate, thanks always for joining us. Really hope you can get up for this week. We'd love to see you out there. We'd love to see you celebrate a few goals and obviously try and get the win and get you guys into your first finals run in the club's history. Mate, thanks so much for your time. All the best for the weekend. Hopefully you get up, and we will see you next week for a weird short week, as it's only you guys and the Bombers. But as I said, we'll have a few other things to talk about. So, mate, again, thanks so much for your time, and we'll see you next week.
No worries. Thank you again.
StatMate makes AFL player stats easy. At the click of a button, you can discover insights like you've never seen before. Disposals and goals to fantasy points, how a player performs at a certain venue, or even when a teammate is out through injury, StatMate has you covered. Don't waste your time. Become an expert in just a few taps of a button. AFL player stats and insights thanks to your new best mate. Download StatMate for free today.